We are now in the finished basement and we're heading towards the storage room where the workbench is located. We're going from the finished area into the unfinished area. And here is the 12-foot long by 2-foot wide workbench. Because it's 12 feet long, as we turn around and see where the door is, we've got to go out. You can see with a narrow hallway, there's no way you can take 12 feet and make that turn to go down that hallway. So the workbench is going to have to be at least partially disassembled so that you can get the pieces through the door. I didn't build the workbench. It's been here since we moved into the house, so I couldn't tell you 100% how it's constructed other than just by looking at it. And it appears to me that the only easy way to do it, if there is such a thing, is to first remove the long top, the plywood top. It also has a veneer over the piece of that plywood. And then to remove the back, there's a back on it. As you can see, they've got plywood again for the back. And then there is a floor, basically, or a bottom component. And then on the inside, there's actually another shelf in here. And so you're going to have to take all of the plywood off the back, the bottom, and the top. And then you would be left with just the frame. And you'll probably have to remove the doors from the frame. Then once you get it down to where you just have a 12-foot frame, you'll be able to see where the various joints are that were when it was constructed, and you can probably just take it apart at the joints and separate it into pieces. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to tell where all the joints really are. I saw some splices on the inside, but I think that's your only chance of being able to really disassemble it without having to take it board by board apart, but break it down into components that are small enough, and then with all the plywood off, it'll be light enough that hopefully you can then carry it through the door, make the turn, and then carry it out to the outside, which basically we have a walkout that goes into a screened-in porch, and then there's a door that goes outside of the screened-in porch that takes you around the back. There's a path that takes you around the side of the house and takes you up to the driveway. So that looks like, in my mind, the only way to really get that out of here. How much time it would take to disassemble that far enough so you could get the pieces out, I'm not sure. It's something that probably, like a lot of projects, you get into it and it either ends up being more than you thought, or maybe it ends up being a lot easier than you thought. A lot of it will depend on how easy it is to knock off those sheets of plywood. I don't know really how they're really held on and how difficult it'd be to remove them without breaking everything up. So that's the view of what you're in for. Bye.